Hey Virgos, Island Turtle here. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is going to be your monthly intuitive messages for the sign of Virgo. Hope you guys are doing amazing. If you resonate with any of the messages that come through, don't mind me. There is a part 2 that is linked below. You can find part 2 through Vimeo or through Patreon. So go ahead and check that out. Okay, Virgos, let's go ahead and get started. Keep in mind this is a timeless reading. And this is a general reading. So take the messages as they resonate. Okay, don't make it fit. You know if it's for you. You will know. Virgo, I'm going to start with the Power of Elements Oracle, and also just let you know some stuff I was picking up on. It was a little hard to get into your energy, and I was like, what is going on with Virgo? And I finally saw a fence, and I was like, okay. Virgo, I don't know if you're protecting something or resisting something. There's a very rigid energy, like a standing firm, like I will not budge, I will not budge, I will not budge. Dare I say stubborn? I don't even want to say stubborn. I just want to say kind of like rigid. So again, it's like this imagery of the fence. I don't know if you're protecting something, trying to keep something out. Or trying to keep something in, interesting, or if there's just a general resistance that you're having at this time. I also seen the Hierophant. Your belief systems could be, I almost want to say, on the table, which is kind of interesting. You may be being asked to be less rigid about your beliefs. It almost feels like you've drawn a line and you're not budging, but I feel like Spirit's encouraging you to budge, to be honest. And even if you're protecting something, because again, I'm having trouble discerning if you're, excuse me, protecting something or resisting something. It just has like a rigid, hard line, immovable line, and Spirit's like, maybe it's time to move the line. You know, that's just kind of what I'm getting. But let's go ahead and get into this. Again, starting with the Power of the Elements Oracle, okay? Any messages or insights for Virgo? Any messages or insights for Virgo? Any messages or insights for my Virgos at this time? Am I taking this? Nope. Alrighty. Cards really want to talk today. Any messages or insights for my Virgos? All right, you got 2. Something worthwhile. In stillness, you will know with the energy of Earth. Okay, so maybe that's the rigid energy I was feeling. Oh, soothe the fire, calm the heat in your life. Okay, so Virgos, there's a couple things that I think could be happening here for you. I feel like that's a little close. There we go. Yeah, I felt like I was like, hi. Like all up in your grill. Okay. So especially with the soothing the fire, calm the heat in your life, when that card comes up, it's indicating that there's almost like there's an imbalance going on. Like there's literally too much energy being utilized, or like you're almost like burning yourself out. Like when we think of heat, we think of vitality, we think of life, we think of the sun, we think of anger, we think of passion. It's almost like, what are you burning up in your own life? That's also how they're showing it to me, almost like burned grass. Like the grass being just all the little aspects that we enjoy about our life. It's almost like you're burning up your grass somehow. Interesting. And even the something worthwhile, in stillness you will know. This card is indicating like take some time to be still, take some time to go within and kind of like take a little bit of a back seat, almost like stop what you're doing. Stop. Interesting, I'm hearing the word fight. Stop what you're fighting. Ooh, stop fighting what you're fighting, Virgo. Take a step back. You're gonna see something that you're having trouble seeing, and I do feel like there's this rigid gripping onto, I need to fight for this, I need to stand here, I need to be firm, I need. It's like, and that is like something that it does come with just Virgo energy, and it can be an asset. But Virgo, it feels like doing this, being like this about a certain situation or a belief, it's burning up your grass, okay? And Spirit's trying to say like, hey, take a step back, maybe open your mind a little bit, maybe let go of the grip a little bit, and maybe the grass can start to grow again. You know, it's kind of like that. I feel like you drew a line in the sand, or you drew like a fence of some kind, and I feel like that fence is just like representing like what you will like what you're refusing to budge on or where you're refusing to go. Like there's the fence. I'm not going over the fence here and no one's coming over here, and that is that. Like it's a very like firm black and white belief is kind of how that's coming through, but it feels like there's a fighting energy, like you're fighting to maintain that fence, but I really want to say stop fighting. So I don't know, it's gonna be really interesting. Let's get deeper into this. I am going to use the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. Yeah, that card, that Soothe the Fire card is really jumping out at me for you. Like, stop fighting. And for some, fighting is also just a form of resistance. Yeah, I like Virgo, there's something you're not seeing about what you're fighting. It's like you're putting so much energy in maintaining the fence or this like fight, this energy of fight, that you're not seeing that you're burning up the grass in your life, right? In that metaphor. And I also feel like it's keeping you from seeing the bigger picture here. What other damage you actually could be causing unknowingly and what you could be missing. Any messages or insights for my Virgos? I want to know what you're fighting. Am I taking this? Yes. Interesting. So we have the Maiden coming out. This is an interesting card because in this deck, it's the 2, and typically in tarot, that would be the High Priestess. This is not a High Priestess energy. This is much more of a, oh, new horizons? Are we going to explore? Are we going to be open to new experiences? Again, you're being asked to be open to new paths and experiences, and you have a lot of resistance to it, is what I'm gathering. You're really fighting hard to hold on to what you've known or what is familiar, or maintaining this boundary or fence that you have up here. And there is something new opening up, but I feel like you're putting a lot of energy into fighting that. Any other messages or insights for my Virgos? Yeah, if you take a step back and like literally just turn the dial back and stop fighting and stop burning up your grass, you're going to see this energy for what it is. Any other messages or insights for Virgo? Any other messages or insights for Virgo? Fire! 8 of Fire. So that a fire coming out. 8 of Fire, 8 of Wands is this like inevitable burst of vitality and momentum and energy and rah and fire. That I think is something that's just existing in your reality right now, but I feel like you're misusing it. I'm sorry, it's just how it's coming through, especially with these cards coming out. You have this, you're in this, and you can use this to go about new experiences, right? Because like sometimes when we are faced with new experiences, like it can be exciting or threatening, but new experiences and new paths or new opportunities can require a lot of energy sometimes. And it feels like you're using the energy to like maintain instead of trying something new or expanding or doing something different. You're trying to hold on and maintain, fight, resist. And all it's doing is wasting your energy. Sorry, but that's what I'm going. That's what I'm getting. And I do think whatever this New Horizons energy you're coming into is going to be amazing for you if you let it, if you allow it to. Anything else for Virgo? Anything else for my Virgos? Ooh. 2 of Earth, 2 of Pentacles. Find the balance here. And the balance is like, honestly, you need to take a step back. Okay. You need to take a step back. You need to pull in the reins of like the fighting and the pushing and the maintaining. So you can see, one, that you have this energy that you're working with, but also that there's other things available to you that are not necessarily a threat. And maybe you're viewing them as a threat for whatever reason or another, but you have some decisions to make here as far as, one, balancing your energy and pulling in the reins a little bit on how much you're fighting to maintain that fence, but also what you really want to do once you actually do allow yourself to see what else is available to you and how much you are almost being destructive by maintaining the sense of like boundary or fence or fighting on behalf of your beliefs or not budging, whatever, however you want to look at it, right? You got some choices to make, whether you realize it or not. You're only going to realize it once you take a step back. Okay, I want to make that clear. Let's go ahead and pull some other cards. Let's do the Fae. And then we'll probably move on to part 2, depending on how much time we got left. It's interesting with the imagery too, because while you're burning up your grass, like just, I can't even pick this up, just looking at the sky, it's like all smoky and cloudy, but look over here with taking some space and like sitting and just kind of being, things start to become very clear for you. Interesting. Okay. Tell me about the Maiden. Ooh. Okay. I think you are definitely viewing this Maiden energy as a threat. The Dark Lady. The Dark Lady is very scorpionic. She also is very like Lilith-like. She is definitely speaks to the more primal nature and forces of our being, but sometimes she can come out as a little bit of an initiation kind of energy and a bit of a challenge. And that's what I'm feeling with you. It's almost like, see, I'm getting the fence again. It's like, oh my God, I just heard mirror. Okay. Sorry, just got all excited. In facing, how do I want to say? In facing the Maiden, other ways of being, the stopping the fighting energy, the backing off of the fence, or maybe even taking down the fence, right? All of this, like, stop fighting, stop maintaining, stop pushing, like, you know, calming it down. Again, you're going to see the Maiden energy and the new experiences that await you. But I feel like if you are interpreting this as a threat, there is some sort of mirroring happening here. Interpreting this as a threat is really just showing you something about yourself, okay? Showing you something about what actually scares you or what you feel insecure about. And the Dark Lady comes out, and this is like her initiation energy to say, here's the truth. Are you going to do something about it? Are you going to take accountability for that? Are you going to go there and are you going to deal with it? Like, even just like her stance is very like, you know, and that is what I'm feeling. I feel very much like mirror energy and initiation energy going on here. And this is not easy for you, clearly, because I feel like it's asking you, one, to relinquish some control, and also to relinquish your expectations and to put down the fighting energy. There's a reason you fight. There's a reason you're trying to fight. There's a reason you're resisting. What is that reason? Are you ready to realize what that reason is? Oh my gosh. The Dark Lady. My, oh my. All right. Moving on to the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Fire. Again, I feel like this is just where you're at. I feel like you have a lot of energy right now, and I feel like, I don't hate to say misusing, but that's just kind of what I'm getting. Like, you're using this Eight of Wands energy to like fight and to hold on to and like maintain this fence. But Spirit's like, there's other ways you could use this. There's other ways you should be using this. It's like because fire is tricky, right? When we're working with fire, we can burn things out. We can destroy things unknowingly. And you're burning up the grass in your life. Tell me about the Eight of Fire, please, for Virgo. You are being asked to embrace the unknown here as well, because you might not know exactly where it leads, and that might be why you're perceiving it as a threat, okay? Talking about the Eight of Wands for Virgo. So I'm at the 8 of fire for Virgo. Hold on, I need some water. Oh, wow. Virgo. Whoever this is for, this is quite a time for you because now we have 0, the blank card, the fairy guide card. This card comes out to indicate your own personal like guide or fairy guide. I also look at it as a wild card or a blank slate. And with this like initiation energy, I also am feeling that here too. And a little bit of that unknown energy, I'm also feeling that here too. It is a free will choice, however you use this energy right now. You can keep doing what you're doing, or you can take a look in the mirror. Ooh. Or you can take a look in the mirror and recognize that there is another path, even if it's unknown and even if it's scary, but this is an initiation. I feel like I'm totally looking at someone who's going through an initiation right now. And it's weird. It's like, because I feel like when initiations happen, like they're just happening. But it almost feels like maybe this is also why you have like this fence going on. It's like you're trying to freeze it or like push it off because you're perceiving it as a threat. However, this is coming through to you or manifesting in your life, which is why you're trying so hard to hold on to what you've known, right? Some of you, this is even about beliefs you have about yourself as a person that are needing to change. And I actually am hearing to break down. You have, okay, so Virgos, don't hate me, I'm just the messenger. But I am getting that for some of you, there are some beliefs that you have about yourself that do need to be dismantled because they're actually getting in the way of truth and they're also getting in the way of who you really are. And some of those beliefs may have been formed from childhood, from the ego. I do feel a lot of ego there, just being honest. But I do feel like you're being asked to take a look in the mirror and to look around at the consequences of how you use your energy and to be open to other possibilities. That is what I'm getting, but it's up to you. It's up to you. The zeros are really jumping out at me for you as well. All right, let's look at the 2 of Earth, finding the balance and making decisions. Tell me more about the 2 of Earth for Virgo. Am I taking this? No. Tell me more about the 2 of Earth for Virgo. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, make the Myomancer. Make the Myomancer. This is a card about details, actually, which is very Virgo, and I can appreciate that. It's all about the details. It's all about the fine print. Oh, that's interesting. There's something about your innate skills that are coming in handy here, Virgo, especially when it comes to this initiation or this path that you are about to embark on, or that spirit is really encouraging you to embark on. I'm not going to say you don't have a choice, because you have a choice, but to be honest, it feels like a choice between, like, it feels so polarizing. I don't feel any middle with you. It feels very like, I'm fighting, I'm fighting, I'm fighting, I'm resisting, I'm resisting, I'm resisting, and it's going to create the most struggle you can experience. Or the opposite, like the path of least resistance, which requires you to take a look in the mirror and requires you to face yourself. But anyway, sorry, coming back, I like got all caught up in that energy. There's something here about planning and details and orchestration. That's all I keep getting. I want to get one more. Can I get one more, please, for the 2 of Earth? Epona's wild daughter. She illuminates what's in the darkness, but in a way that's kind of cheeky around the details. The details. Some of you may be attached to a lot of stories here when it comes to yourself as an identity, but also whatever it is that you are trying to resist or what you're trying to hold on to or what you're fighting, putting all this fighting energy in. Sorry, distraction. Okay, sorry, I just had to do it. Neurodivergent. I couldn't help it. Anyway, she illuminates what's in the dark. She has very strong moon-like energy. She's illuminating something about the details. She's illuminating something about your plans. It's in the fine print. It's in the fine print. It's in the fine print. I do feel like this is illuminating just detailed stories that should probably be dismantled for the betterment of your own growth and your own journey and your own peace of mind and sanity. But also there's something about the details in what's available to you that I think are going to be supportive and helpful, because I feel like you're being encouraged to just allow for some unknown energy and allow to take on a new path that does feel like a path of initiation of some sort, right? But there are certain things you can plan, even taking that path, even if it's still elusive. It's very Gemini. Feels a little trickstery. It definitely feels a little trickstery. But it's about the details. You can't plan everything, especially with a path like that of so much unknown and a path of initiation. You can't really plan. Things are just going to change on you. Things are going to happen and you're going to have to be adaptable. It just kind of is what it is. That you can plan things in the fleeting present. You can. I just keep getting details here, and maybe it's going to come through in part 2. Some sort of details are going to come to light, and it's going to help you. It's going to help you take a step back and stop fighting and look at yourself in the mirror, but it's also going to help you with the path you're about to walk in initiation. It's very interesting. Okay, Virgos, I'm going to jump into part 2. I hope this has been helpful and insightful. And if you're going to join me for part 2, I will see you over there, and I'll see you soon. Take care, Virgos.